Have you ever had a dream that you
Hey guys, I'm Calroy03, and this is Lab Industries episode 672 and a half.
Calroy!
Today we're going to be talking about dreams.
The prophecy is true.
Now, I know I haven't been posted in a while, but surprise, surprise, I'm not dead, and I'm back to make some more stuff.
Calroy!
Wait a minute, this isn't my show. Why am I animated? What am I doing here?
Today, Calroy and I are going to be sharing our strange dreams with you.
So this dream that I had it a while back. It began with me seeing from the Star Wars villain Darth Maul's point of view, but this wasn't Star Wars universe. This was modern day. So his lust for power had gotten him trapped in like a dugout sewer pit, and he was trying to grab a Sith holocron that was there. Now the only way to get out was by having someone else see him, and then he would be set free. He would take their place, right? And guess what? I was that person. I'm minding my business and walking along, and as I walk there, I see him, and we immediately swapped places. And as he ran off, I guess, like, projected my physical appearance, kind of like Loki, to a nearby family with two boys who were there. They came in, and the two boys immediately took my place. I escaped, and naturally I tried to search for Maul. Now, as I mentioned before, this was not Star Wars, and this was modern day. And I saw him, like, kind of trying to be discreet, trying to, like, kind of comically hide behind things, sneaking around, like, bushes and shrubbery. But we were in, like, a park, and there were a bunch of wide open spaces. So he's running around, right, and he's trying to dart from one bush to another. Right as he's about to dart over there, somebody looks in his direction. I ran up to him, and just as someone looked over, and I hit him behind me, like, in my coat. And we ran together out of sight. Maul turns to me, right? Instead of, like, in reality, how he would probably just kill me on the spot. And probably wouldn't be afraid of hiding, to be frank. But he goes, "My apologies for trapping you down there." "It's okay. I understand why someone would want to leave that place," I said. Now, you gotta remember, dream scripts are always really weird, right? And nothing makes sense. So, keep that in mind. We were in an abandoned building that looked like a storage room from, like, one of those old buildings, right? And it had a bunch of junk in it. It was full of it. We gathered what we could to try and disguise Maul so that people weren't freaked out by this, this guy with, like, a bunch of tattoos and, like, horns and whatnot. But honestly, no one would really care, to be completely frank. Maul's head of horns was not covered in the least. And as we're going, these guards step out, and they're like, "Hey, who's that?" So we escape. And like I said, he was just not trying to hide at all. So I run up to him. "Would it kill you to wear a hoodie, man?" I said to him as we bolted into an unlocked but certainly not abandoned house. Sure, no one was home, but we had to keep quiet so that no one would find us. And then Maul and I guess, began an acting career. I don't know. We were doing some acting thing with a script that made zero sense. And we heard the front door open, and my grandmother was calling us, right? She had heard about our little escape somehow. And out of all the things that she could help us to escape, she brought a chocolate cake for us to eat. Maul, being the suspicious person he is and untrustworthy to anyone, right? He leans over to me and goes, "Who is this woman?" I go, "Don't worry, your secret is safe with her." And then I woke up. And that's naturally the end of the dream. So the moral of the story is, don't trust Maul.
Alright, move out of the way, Calroy. It's my turn. It's my turn. I was in my cousin's backyard clutching this very large piece of bread. When I squeezed the bread, I started to float. When I lessened my grip on the bread, I started to sink. I could fly by the power of bread.
Well, that's all for today's episode of Foxtrot and Lab Industries.
This still isn't even remotely your show.